Hey Scorpio, welcome to your July 2017 reading. My name is Dre. I moved. Uh, Weird setup, but I don't know if I'll change it. I'm kind of getting used to it already. If you want a reading, just email me. I already laid out the cards, so let's get started. We have the Nine of Cups, the Six of Wands reversed, the Emperor, the Sun reversed, the Hangman, Three of Cups reversed, the Queen of Cups, King of Wands reversed, Five of Wands reversed, the Four of Pentacles. Outcome, we have the Princess of Swords. An additional card, we have the King of Cups, which is ruled by Scorpio, or traditionally seen as Scorpio. So what I'm seeing now is that there's a lot of you, or that the main thing right now is to sort of control. Now I'm seeing two things here. Like, if this is a man, I'm seeing that for you guys, I feel like it's kind of control and dominance at the expense of everything. I don't know if that sounded pretty dramatic, but it's just like people are seeing you more so now, especially with all this fire energy and with these cups. They're probably seeing you as more, I don't want to say controlling, but it's just like you're coming off way more intense than usual. And I feel like it's in service to your ego right now. I feel like, yeah, for some of you, this isn't for everybody, obviously, but I feel like for maybe one of you, or if you know a Scorpio like this, they're sort of getting more. It's probably a little bit suffocating, actually, and probably kind of hard to deal with because you're not sure how to approach them. And if this is you, that's what I'm seeing you. You're trying to get all your ducks in a row, get everything together right now. And I feel like you might be sort of hurting yourself in the process, or you're doing it because you are hurt. Like, some of you might have been dealt with an ego blow. Some of you might, you might be working with people or are in constant communication with people who are sort of making it hard for you to sort of step into your place. Like if you're working somewhere or at the home, I feel like there's a lot of people that are challenging you right now. A lot of people that are sort of either paying you no mind or paying you so little mind that you feel like you don't matter. And I'm getting the sense that a lot of you feel like you have to sort of push yourself in order to be seen, in order to be recognized, and it's rubbing some people the wrong way. And you might be a little bit too thirsty in your actions. And if that's not the case, you're allowing other people to really take advantage of what you have to offer. I see some of you, specifically if you're a woman, you are in a good time in your life right now where you're probably making more money, or you've probably had a vacation, or you're taking some time off. But I feel like there's somebody that's not allowing you to shine, not allowing you to have your fun, not allowing you to have your happiness. And it's really starting to sort of weigh heavy on you. Or it could. The trick is to not letting it do that, because I feel like some of you, if you take the petty way out, the consequences won't be what you want. I feel like it could be even more of a situation where you need to step back, and because something might, I don't want to say blow up in your face, but if you try to go out and say what's on your mind, or say it, have that Scorpio way of just saying it, how it is or how you think it is, people aren't really going to accept that in any sort of way. At least not in a way that will make it so it's easily patched over or whatever. I really feel like the people you're around, everybody's like stressed, or everybody's sort of tense. It is eclipse season next month. We're going to have these eclipses. So I feel like everybody's really trying to get their ducks in a row. And so I'm getting the sense that things are sort of kind of lingering in the air right now. But I am getting this sort of image of like this masculine figure. Again, it could be like a lover, it could be a friend, a brother, a roommate, a family member, where it's just like they're kind of doing their own thing, and it's hard, and you're not sure where you fit into it because they're not really making any time for you. They're sort of more focused on either making money, traveling, making contacts, or you are, and your friends aren't really appreciative of this because you're in this different stage in your life right now, and it's hard for them to sort of accept that. So I'm seeing all these threads right now. But the main thing is, I feel like for some of you, it's now time to sort of integrate your more disparate feelings. I feel like a lot of you probably waste your time entertaining things that don't matter, or you're more in a time right now. I feel like something happened that kind of left you shell-shocked. If not recently, sort of in the past, that's making you sort of rely more on your ego in order to get things done. Where, the ego is a good thing, but I feel like for some of you, you're probably doing the most. You're probably overextending yourself, or really trying to push hard and prove to other people that you're worth something, or that you're really hammering down, and I see all this control, especially if not you through a masculine figure, or if you're a male Scorpio. I really see that where you are sort of dictating or trying to dictate how people should act around you. But it's hard because I feel like any sort of argument you get in with people, or that, if people have a problem with you, things are never resolved. Things don't really go anywhere because you're only seeing your side of the story, and you're refusing to see somebody else's side of the story. And this Three of Cups here, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, maybe some of you haven't really gone out in a while. Maybe some of you are more closed off than usual, where you are refusing to really open up, and you're refusing to sort of chill out and allow yourself sort of a moment to not be so hung up on your obligations or your priorities, which right now I see it's intense right now. And whatever it is you're trying to get done, whatever it is you're doing, it's probably taking up a lot of your time, that to the point where you might be neglecting an aspect of yourself that needs some help, or somebody else in your life that sort of feels like they haven't been tended to that well. It could be like a loved one or a family member or something of that nature, because you're so focused on this thing. So with this king here, I would advise you guys to really sort of marry those parts of yourself that do need some form of healing, because I feel like you're emotionally strong right now, but I feel like just one thing could send the whole tower tumbling down. And I don't know if it's going to be something you welcome with this Princess of Swords here. Maybe in the midst of doing all this work, all this preparation, you get news, or you get wind of like a new job, or like a new opportunity, or you figure out a new way of doing things, or somebody says something to you where you're just like, wow, I didn't realize I was acting this way. I'm so sorry. Like, maybe we can fix this. But either way, I'm not sure exactly what this situation is, but whatever it is, it's going to require you to actually really take a time out to really sort of get back into touch with things that matter, because maybe somebody isn't faithful right now, somebody isn't listening, somebody is sort of more in a do what I say mode. I don't really care what anybody else has to say, but you're going to do what I'm making you do. So it's that sort of thing. And the 2 cards that came out is Death, which is Scorpio's card. And we also have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So I feel like somebody in this situation is lonely. Somebody in this situation feels like they don't have enough. So either that's because, so that's why you're probably going out and trying to make new contacts, or you're putting all of your effort into working on something, and it's purely driven by ego. For somebody else, I'm seeing that there's probably some infidelity. There's probably somebody that is just rude, somebody that's just doesn't listen. And so what this Death card is sort of telling me is that something about this relationship needs to change in order for it to actually sort of grow, because whatever only you will know the specifics, because I'm keeping these really general, but only you will know. I'm getting the sense that there's no communication. Somebody's totally acting on behalf of their own ego. They're not reaching out to other people. Instead, they're more concerned about trying to control what other people are doing. Whether or not if it's even working, they're just trying to do that. And I'm also getting the sense that the Hangman and the 4 of Pentacles, that's for reflection for you. I know I'm talking to somebody where this is clearly another person, and where all these ego, selfish tendencies isn't you. If it is you, if you are this selfish person, you need to put an end to it, because things are really not going to go well. The Hangman, things are taken from us, just like the Death card. Death follows the Hangman. With Hangman, we're really forced to pause, think about, take stock of what we have and what we're capable of losing if we're not changing our perspective, if we're not sacrificing certain things so we can bring new things in. With Death, that just takes it all away, regardless if we wanted to or not. Something will have to come to an end, and it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be very emotional and very tough. The 4 of Pentacles, this is something that you've held on to for a while, and that you really need to change. And if that's not you, if you're not the egotistical person, and you see this person or there's people around you that's like this, you really need to come back to a sense of yourself and being able to be confident and stand true in your emotions, stand true in your convictions, and voice how you feel. This 3 of Cups in reverse is telling me that you might be, there are people around you that are shifty, that are shady, that you're just not 100% sure about, and you're not sure what to do with that. But understand that if you do open lines of communication, there are people around you that do want to communicate with you, that do want to talk to you, that do want to hang out with you. But you have to let go of this sort of, envy, this jealousness, or that people might have that of you where they feel like you're better than them, or that you feel like, well, I don't really have to talk to these people because, I'm doing my own thing, which is fine. But I really feel like it would be better for you to communicate with like a loved one, a family member, somebody that you can trust, to really get whatever the situation is, the stress, off your mind, so you're able to see it from a different perspective with this Princess of Swords. And so you can sort of go back and realize, where have I made mistakes? Where have I been too unchanging? Where do I need to change? Where have I been too uncompromising? How can I compromise? Where can I meet somebody halfway? And what do I really need to let go of? What obsessions, what vices do I need to let go of in order to make things better for myself? And if you're dealing with somebody, again, that is really sort of self-centered, I see no incentive for them to change unless you make that effort to sort of right the ship or get things under control, because otherwise they're still going to do what they're going to need to do. All right, so thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope this reading helped, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.